Hi everyone, and welcome back to We Shouldn't Sing. Well, I guess it's me that's left. But I'm back now. I've kind of decided to do Veda. And if you don't know, which, YouTube's been around for many years now, but that stands for Vlog Every Day in April. And April's kind of been a little bit of a reset for me. Not so much a reset as kind of just, a mix of continuing the momentum I have and adding some more things. And one of those things I want to be is putting the General Hospital videos up, because that's something I truly very much enjoy doing and I miss. I have been taking notes on every episode since I left in October. It was always my intention to do at the very least, because I couldn't do weekly recaps anymore, to do monthly recaps or month in review. And I still want to do that. I think I'm going to start with March. Of course, I kind of got to finish up March a little bit. Missed that last week. Then I'll record them and put them up backwards, so that way they're just archived for people who are just coming into the show and want to know. But I'll start with March and then go backwards to November. But I was thinking of how I was going to address why I had been absent, and I was going to put it at the beginning of a recap video. But when I got the idea to do Veda, I decided that I would use Veda, at least day one, to kind of explain why I've been gone. And it's not going to be happy, so if you don't like sad stuff, then just, I'm back. But if you want to know, I'm not going to go into too much detail, just let you guys know what happened. And here now, if you want to continue happy, and if you want to know, then here we go. So, ample warning. So, basically, at the end of October 19th, to be perfectly accurate, my life kind of got turned upside down in not a Fresh Prince way. Unbeknownst to us and unbeknownst to the original owners, some of the alpacas had a pre-existing health issue. And unfortunately, we've lost 2 of them. And it was really rough. The first one we lost, it went very fast. 12 hours after I found him laying down, we were already at a crematory. That's how fast this happened, and that's even with getting vets out, getting fluids, getting medical attention when I'm at work, so I don't want to go too much into it. The kids are doing their homework upstairs. But just, you do everything you can, and sometimes that just, it's not enough. And when we lost him, I went to a really dark place, because I didn't know if it was my fault. I thought it might have been. I was tearing myself apart. I did something I promised I would never do when I was upset. And it was a really bad time. And when the results came back, and with the vets, consulting amongst themselves, they did come back with, that it was something that was going to happen. It wasn't something I caused. It wasn't something I really could have prevented. It was just when it was going to happen. And although that gave me comfort, it was still, it was still clearly very upsetting. So that put me in a hole for at least about a month, and it was really tough. And just when I was starting to recover, the second one had a health issue. And this one, we were able to get a vet out twice before he just wouldn't stand anymore. And we were going to transport him to a vet hospital 2 hours away, but unfortunately, right before we loaded him in, he just took a turn, and he passed of something different, something that was caused due to how he was raised. And it was, again, it went really fast. And that threw me again, because now I'm dealing, it was a lot. I've kind of talked this video out multiple times, either as I'm feeding the animals, or just if I have nowhere to go in my mind. Because I wanted to tell you guys, especially since I introduced you to them. But after we lost the first one, Bo, who is the white alpaca, who you'll see at the end of this video because I made him the end card, he started having a health crisis too. Due to grief, he dropped major weight, and then I was constant doing research, dedicating literally every waking moment to how to get weight on them, how to healthily get weight on them, how much food can I give them, because with alpacas you can overfeed, and then that causes a whole new thing of health issues. So it's like this perfect balance, but you got to get the weight on them, because if you don't get the weight on them, and it was just, it was literally a living nightmare. It had turned into a living nightmare, but I was desperately trying to, as he dropped so much. And I'm proud to report that I did. The vet, we would have her out every 6 to 7 weeks to do their shots. So she's been keeping an eye on his weight gain. And he's gone, alpacas, there's a scale of 1 to 5. 5 is obese, 1 is very thin, 3 is optimal, and he's gone from a 1.5 to now a 2.5, and I'm confident next time she comes out he's going to be a perfect 3. And a part of me was so afraid I'd never get to say that. A part of me was so afraid of losing him too. We had to get him a coat, and for those really cold nights I would stay up almost all night, just like so scared that when I went down in the morning he wouldn't be there. But he's done so well, and him and Tabasco, like, they're jumping, they're pronking, and it's so great to see my boys happy and healthy again. Okay. But unfortunately it doesn't end there. So that was October, November, and then in December, again, just as kind of I'm building up momentum, I was going to film at the end of December, a few days before Christmas. My dog Missy, who you've seen in multiple videos, especially if you watched Patio Chats, and if you've watched this for any amount of years, you've seen her in all of them. I've had her since 2008, so literally she predates YouTube. She passed away a few days before Christmas, and this is the first time, like any other dog I've had that's passed away, except for Woofers, who went in his sleep, we've had to like make that decision and bring them to the vet, or we were already at the vet and it was like advanced cancer or something, so we made that decision. But I've never been in the room. My mom's always been in the room to comfort, our dog when they would pass. But this is the first time it was me, and it was really hard. And here we are a few months later, and it's still really hard. So needless to say, I was done. I needed 2018 to end, and it did. It's the first time in my life ever that I don't have a dog. I've always had at least one. At most I had 3, and now I don't have one, and it's weird. The last few weeks when I brought the groceries home, I could just leave like the perishables kind of in a bag on the floor, because it's the first time I've never had to worry about the dogs going through it. Like, it's weird, and I'm like, it's a new experience. And yeah, so this was emotional. So in conclusion, this weekend I have tears everywhere. This weekend, or sometime this week, I will be filming the March in review. Probably I'll have it up this weekend because I need to, watch the end of March. And I also have some videos I want to make. There was something this morning I thought of, and I can't remember. But I definitely want to do a video this month on Missy's full story, because she did have a pretty amazing journey to get to us. And yeah, so there was something else, but I don't remember. Yeah, I plan on getting all the, old General Hospital monthly recaps up. and I will be doing Veda, even if it's just like maybe a cloud time lapse on a day where I don't have a lot of time or something. But I do want to do this. I miss this. But I will see you tomorrow for more Veda, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. Say bye.